We have a brand new Fox poll tonight as well, showing 87% of registered voters are extremely or very concerned about inflation and higher prices. Meanwhile, 76% care about deep political divisions. And almost at the very bottom of the list, if you can look down that far, only 65% are concerned about infrastructure. So why is that the only thing Joe Biden and the Democrats seem to care about? It's like they flipped the poll upside down. Here now, Newt Gingrich, former Speaker of the House. He's also got a new book, Beyond Biden, out on November 2nd. You can pre-order your copy now on Amazon. Newt, glad to have you. So you can see what's important to Americans. Why is the Biden administration uninterested in those issues?
Well, that's true across the board. They're uninterested in controlling the border, which is a huge issue for Americans. They're uninterested in the rise in murders, which is a big issue to Americans. There's a whole list of things. The Biden team, which includes Schumer and Pelosi and virtually every Democrat in Washington except maybe Manchin and Sinema, the Biden team is committed to a hard left, big government socialist model. They have to pay off the unions. That means they've got to pass big spending. They've got to find ways to take care of their allies. And I think that you see them literally tone deaf. I mean, I actually don't have the language, and I've been working on this. These are people who reject reality. I mean, it's not, Reagan used to say he didn't worry about what liberals didn't know. He worried about what they knew that wasn't true. Well, now I'm worried because even when it's objectively obvious, I mean, they're flying children at night into Westchester County, New York, getting them out of Texas. And I don't think anybody knows where they're going, what's happening to them. And the White House is just totally out of touch with reality. And frankly, so is the Democratic Party in the House and the Senate.
Hey, Newt, we'll have to have a longer conversation about this because I'm fascinated by what you just said. I struggled with the language as well. I think what it is they're developing a pseudo-reality. They've been living in a reality they've manipulated so successfully that there's no need to adapt to what they think is the real reality. There's much more here, Newt, but I need to ask you about a news story as well. A new report out that Democratic donors see at least this reality. Joe Biden has no future politically. Kamala Harris has no future politically. And Democratic donors are now looking to Pete Buttigieg as the possible future, maybe as early as 2024. How's that for reality, Newt?
Well, you've got in Buttigieg somebody that took 2 months off on family leave, leaving behind nobody in charge of the Department of Transportation as we drifted into a gigantic crisis of logistics with over 60 ships stuck offshore from Long Beach, for example, off of Savannah, off of Los Angeles. So we're going to take a guy who's a total failure at solving one of the biggest economic problems we have right now, and we're going to somehow magically make him the Democratic nominee. I mean, as a Republican, I think it's terrific. But I think as a matter of, back to what we said a minute ago, as a matter of reality, how could you take this guy who's utterly irresponsible and who there's a certain level where family leave doesn't quite work, like if you're in charge of the whole country's transportation system, and he didn't leave anybody in charge. So for 2 months, we were rudderless, had nobody in charge, and the entire logistics system got steadily worse, as we're going to discover at Christmas.
Yeah, I guess to sympathize with him a little bit, Newt, I don't know where else they will turn. I don't know where to go. Biden, Harris, Buttigieg, good luck. I don't know where you go.
They've got lots of people. They got senators, they got governors, they got movie stars. You know, somewhere
That's
out
true.
there
They do
in America,
have movie stars.
There's somebody better than Pete Buttigieg.
A fair point. All right, Newt, I look forward to talking to you more in the future when we have a little more time and a little more depth.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.